is your host, Caroline Gonzalez. I decided to make some changes and make the podcast every 2 weeks instead of every week, which means after this week, the next podcast won't be until October 10th. Today, I'll only be covering volleyball and doing a recap of their games from this past week. To help me do that, I have a very special guest on the show, Katie Philippi. She is a very close friend of mine, Wolfpack volleyball defensive specialist and Theta Phi chapter president. Welcome, Katie.
Thanks, Caroline. I'm happy to be here.
Let's talk about the games this past week. On Thursday, y'all played Faulkner University and lost 3-0. Tell me about that game and how you think it went overall.
So with the game against Faulkner, I think we struggled a little bit with our chemistry on the court, and we figured out a way to put that back together and improve upon it on the games on Saturday and Sunday. So I think that was the biggest improvement that we needed to work on, and we were able to make it happen.
I agree. It looked like y'all were kind of confused on who was supposed to be where and when it was supposed to happen, and I feel like in the Saturday and Sunday games, y'all got that together a lot more than you did on the Friday games, so I definitely saw a big improvement from that, and I'm glad y'all could figure that out.
Yeah, it seems like we struggled a little bit with our communication, and that was really the root of the problem, so it was a good thing that we were able to have our little team powwow after the game and talk about what we needed to do differently for Saturday and Sunday and really make it happen.
The shift was definitely noticeable in the Friday and Saturday game. Y'all faced Brenau and Dalton State and swept both teams 3-0. What were some of the differences in those games?
So with the game on Saturday against Brenau, we really just came into it with a totally different mindset than we had on Friday night. We came in with a positive attitude and ready to play, and we were just honestly excited to have fun and play the game that we love. And that worked in our favor because we were able to sweep Brenau 3-0. For Sunday, we tried to carry that over into Dalton State, and we were able to do so with the exact same mentality that we came in with Saturday and swept them as well. So I'm really proud of our team this weekend and how we played, and I'm just hoping that we improve on that throughout the rest of the season.
There was definitely a big improvement, but there was a big momentum shift in the Dalton State game after the first set. It seemed like y'all were ready to take over in the beginning of the second set, but then all of a sudden it seemed like the team had to try a lot harder to get the points on the board. What do you think happened?
After that first set against Dalton State, we had all the momentum in the world ready to take them on in the second set, but my team tends to struggle with the second set. I don't know what it is. Sometimes we just can't find our groove again. So we lost it a little bit in the middle of the game, but we were able to find it and take over the second set as well.
I agree. I'm happy y'all were able to rally and pick it up to close out the game. Y'all play Spring Hill on Wednesday, who you've lost to in the last 2 matchups. What's the game plan going into this week?
We're just going to get in the gym for practice and work really hard to make sure that our communication and our energy and our mindset is exactly where it needs to be for our matchup on Wednesday.
All right. Well, I can't wait to watch y'all play, and thanks for coming on the show. I really enjoyed having you.
Thanks, Caroline. It was great to be here.
The Wolfpack volleyball team faced Spring Hill on Wednesday at 6 p.m., and you can watch the game online through the Spring Hill Athletic site. The Wolfpack will play Martin Methodist on the first NBC court in the Den on Friday, as well as Bethel University at 11 on Saturday. We wish the best of luck to our volleyball team. Just a quick reminder that our swim team will compete this Friday at Centenary College. They also have their only home swim meet Saturday, October 8th at 1 p.m. in the Den. We need all Wolfpack student athletes to attend this event. I understand it's during fall break, but it is a classified Code Red event, which if you're a student athlete, you understand this means this is a mandatory event if you are in town for the break. That's it for week 2 of the Wolfpack podcast, and thanks for listening. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and tweet me at Caroline Gonzo34. That's Caroline Gonzo 34. Make sure you go out and support your Wolfpack and tune in October 10th for the next Wolfpack podcast.